The island of Borneo, also known as Kalimantan, is the third largest island in the world. At about 748,000 square kilometers, it is nearly twice the size of Japan. However, while Japan is home to over 34,000 kilometers of railroads, the entire island of Borneo only has 134 kilometers of passenger rail, all operated under a single system. What does it look like? Where does it go? Let's have a look at it now. Good morning from Kota, Kinabalu, a city of about 600,000 residents in the state of Sabah of East Malaysia. We are now at Tanjung Aru station on the southern edge of the city and next to Kota Kinabalu's airport. From here, we will go on a trip to the town of Papar on the Sabah State Railway, the only passenger rail on the entire island of Borneo. There is another station called Sembulan Station, slightly closer to town center, but not all trains operate to Sembulan, so Tanjung Aru Station, where we're now, is the de facto terminal of the Sabah State Railway. The station building is rather large. As I understand, it also houses some offices of the Railway Bureau. On the upper floor, there is additional seating with tables. You can also get a good view of the tracks here. I came to this station pretty early at about 7:10 to purchase tickets, which you can only do at the station counter with cash. The tickets themselves were quite affordable though. My round trip to Papar only cost 3.7 Malaysian ringgit. No need to produce ID, and the train is going to be open seating. Our train is scheduled for 7:45. At 7:25, a train rode into Tanjung Aru from the south. This is the previous northbound train, which will make a quick stop at Sembulan Station, then turn around to pick us up. Sure enough, about 20 minutes later, the train came back, ready for the southbound journey. This train is manufactured by OEPL, a rail equipment company based in India, and entered into service in 2022. It looks like each car was built in 3 separate sections, then joined together at the end. The interior has 2+2 cross seating with a fairly wide center aisle. I think these seats can be rotated to face the direction of travel. Luggage can be stored either on the overhead racks or in the space at the end of the car. You can also see the couplers that connect the cars together. It's pretty cool, but also probably not where you want to be when the train gets rolling. In any case, we depart Tanjung Aru Station at 7:54, about 10 minutes after the posted timetable. This train will keep running a bit late for the rest of the journey, but I already got the vibes that this is going to be a more relaxed train ride anyway. Coming out of the station, the air conditioning will keep you nice and cool even under the scorching equatorial sun, though you're definitely going to feel the rumbling and rolling as the train makes its way down the meter gauge tracks. The tracks that now constitute Sabah State Railway were first opened in 1896 during the British colonial era to carry agricultural exports, particularly tobacco. This very section we're on now was completed in 1903. In those early days, the railway was known as North Borneo Railway. Today, a sightseeing heritage train running on Wednesdays and Sundays continues to bear the North Borneo Railway name. The railway suffered damage during World War II, then underwent several rehabilitations and service adjustments in the subsequent decades. Today, there are 134 kilometers of non-electrified single tracks remaining in operation, with a section between Tanjung Aru and Beaufort running mostly parallel to the coast, then another section between Beaufort and Tenom which goes further into the mountainous interior. There is no through train that covers the entire route as the loading gauges are different between the two sections. At 8:20, we arrive at Kinabalu station. Everyone was instructed to get off here and change trains. We watched the previous train get pushed back by locomotive unit 7002, also manufactured by OEPL. The next train came into the platform right after. This is another OEPL DMU with almost the exact same interior, though this time the last carriage also has a driver's cab. We are in the more rural parts of the region now. There are many farms and plantations along the route. We saw a pretty big yard for construction material as well. At 8:41, we stop briefly at Kawang Station, then continue on through the scenic jungles and landscape of northern Borneo. Right before 9 o'clock, we cross the rail bridge above Papar River, then immediately come into the station. We are about half an hour late for the 30-plus kilometer journey, but hey, who's counting? Papar station is quite a bit more modest than Tanjung Aru, but the mural still showcases the town's fun-loving spirit. We have a few hours to enjoy the town before the return train comes. Walking around Papar, you really feel an authentic retro vibe. Many of the street corners here look like they could come straight out of vintage postcards. Although Papar is a small town nestled between the mountain and the sea, you still get to experience Malaysia's unique diversity as people of many different backgrounds live side by side in harmony. A bit to the north of town center, a Christian church, a Chinese temple, and a mosque are located right next to each other. The riverside was a bit quiet, perhaps because I visited on a weekday, but you still get a great view of Papar River and the railway bridge we just crossed. The nearby fish market is a lot livelier though. The fishermen told me that they have catch from both the river and the sea. On the way back to the station, I even saw some old railway hardware preserved in a local park. Sabah State Railway may not be the biggest or the most cutting-edge transport system, but the warmth of its intimate relationship with the local communities is truly unmistakable. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more transit and travel content. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.